Hello, family. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I want to tell you how me and my husband met. It was by accident, actually, but I believe it was God ordained. Well, I have a business, a health business, and what I do is teach you how to eat according to biblical foods in the Bible. And this is also during praying, meditating, fasting, and just eating the right foods. So your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your skin, everything will be fresh. It will be young. It will be rejuvenated. Everything. And I had lost 100 pounds in the 7 months that I had started this business. So what happened was that day I decided to download Facebook Messenger. And because I was getting a large following, I wanted to start wishing people a happy birthday, happy anniversaries, interacting with the people that started following me. And I just said happy birthday to everybody on that day. It was April 18th of 2022. And I just said something inspirational in their life. And my husband was one of the people that I said happy birthday to and spoke into his life. About a couple hours later, he responded saying, "Thank you very much. I appreciate it." And that was it. A couple days later, he messaged me and just said, "Good morning, how are you?" And we just chatted back and forth for a couple minutes. And then that was it. This was going on for about 3 months. And then after 3 months, we just started doing video calls. He asked me about doing a video call. He wanted me to see him in person to make sure that he wasn't a scammer, that he wanted to make sure that I knew he was real. So, and I was, I know I was real, but he wanted to make sure that he was real. So we started doing video call. We just talked. We talked a lot about God. We talked about family. We talked about our children. We talked about the things that we liked, what we don't like. I had told him that I don't like rice. I don't like the texture of the rice. And he says he loves rice. He loves beans. There's different types of rice in Nigeria. And I told him, yeah, there's different types of rice here in the States, but I don't cook it because I don't like it. And we just had a lot of laughs. We just kind of built a rapport towards each other. I found out what he did. He found out what I did. And probably about 8 months after we met, he introduced me to his father. And then he introduced me to his mother. He introduced me to his twin brother and his other brother and the rest of the family. And I did introduce him to my sons as well. And we just started talking, and probably about a year later, I decided to come to Nigeria to come visit him, to see him in person, just to see if anything else was going to go further. Now, the last thing on my mind was getting married. I wasn't planning on getting married. I hadn't been married for a very long time. That was by my choice. I was just focusing on my career. I was focusing on my peace. My husband had passed away many, many, many years ago. And so I was just in a great place. My relationship with the Most High. I was over the minister of music. I did a lot of projects outside of that with my job. I was traveling. It was just, my life was being fulfilled. And just, it was nice to be able to talk to someone and build a relationship and make me feel like a woman that I hadn't felt like in a very long time. It was just great. And when I came to Nigeria in December, it was wintertime in the States and it was very cold. And so I flew into Canada, which was even colder, and it was snowing. And then I went into Germany and it was like a -10. So it was really cold in Germany. And once I got to Africa and we going into Nigeria, you can just feel the shift of the atmosphere. It was so hot. Now, mind you, I had this trench coat on with a sweater and boots and a hat. And about the time I got to Nigeria, I almost wanted to take off everything because it was so hot. And so we were all walking into the airport. People were running, and it was mayhem. It was chaotic. It seemed like when you went through the customs, they had a Nigerian side, and then they had the foreign side that were not Nigerians, and it had so many different lines, so many people yelling and screaming and pointing their fingers at each other. And he was calling me, and I was telling him, why are everybody screaming and yelling and pointing fingers like everybody's about to fight? It was just mayhem, chaotic. I've already flown 18 hours. I didn't want to see all that screaming and hollering. And this older man saw me. I was just standing there, and he just kind of helped me and guided me through the whole process. He stood with me, he talked to me, he calmed me down, because he could visibly see I was just shaking. And then I went to get my bags. I had 2 bags, and I had 2 guys helping me with my bag. One identified himself as an officer, and he was saying I couldn't talk to my husband because it was illegal to talk on the phone in the airport, which that is strange, but I guess that is like that in Nigeria. I don't know, but that was a strange. So I had to go through the other part of customs to show my ticket and show all that. And he kept saying, are you sure? You sure he's there? You sure he's going to be waiting on you? And I was like, yeah, I'm sure. But, I had a backup plan just in case he didn't. I mean, I had talked to some friends that were in Lagos. I had already had a backup plan to give them a call, tell them where I was staying at to come pick me up. I had all that backup plan. You don't want to go without a backup plan of knowing someone. So I went there. He was there on time. He had an Uber, and I loved that he had his native outfit on. He had his native clothes on. It was just wonderful to see him that. We did a lot of things during the 21 days I was there, and I remember the first thing that I ate was yam and eggs, and I've never seen yam as big and thick. And the food was so spicy that my nose was running constantly. I was sweating. I was always wiping my face because it was so hot, and it just seemed like my stomach couldn't handle it because I was always going to the restroom everywhere I go. It was just horrible. But I did enjoy myself. And after that, we just got together, and we've been together ever since. And so I came here to Nigeria because I want to be able to spend time with my husband, get to know him on a personal basis. We got property together. We got a home together. We have different things together here. So, I want them to see that we are a married couple. We're happy. We go through things. We go through struggles. We go through ups and downs. But I love the fact that his family's supportive. My family is supportive. We work together. And I want to say, for those who are seeking a relationship outside of the United States, just let God lead you. Don't let it be forced. Don't let somebody try to set you up and for you to get a green card to come to the States or to United Kingdom or Canada or wherever you want to go. Just ask Yahuwah that you want to mate. If you're a man, he says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and finds favor of the Lord. If it's a woman that's seeking to be married, you just wait to be found. The right man will come to you that's going to be your fit together, that you're going to be unique than anybody else. Don't let nobody else tell you who you need to be with, how old they need to be, or anything. You just trust Yahuwah, and he will lead you for that man and that woman that he has for you. Remember, ladies, you're his helpmate. So he's already got to be doing something for Yahuwah. And you're just going to be an attribute to whatever he's doing. If a man doesn't put Yahuwah first, he's not going to put you as priority. So seek Yahuwah, meditate on his word, eat healthy. Eat healthy so you can live long and have wonderful skin and have wonderful health without medication. He's always going to listen to what you're saying and what you're doing. Don't force it. Just let it happen, and it will happen. Trust me, it happened to me. Have a wonderful day.